What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with another video. I would commentate the game, but if you watch the game in the background, you'll be able to see. But I'm gonna rant and run my mouth about some things that really piss me off about Madden 20. And I've been doing this all year because the game is so unsettling and annoying. And the strange part is, sending everybody is the best. So here's where I'm gonna break down everything that went wrong in Madden over the years. So back when the Raiders were the most dangerous team in Madden, people got mad because the Raiders were so fast. Here's what EA decided to do. Since players are so fast, how about we do this? Make it so that the players don't run their top speed unless the speed is a very differential. 10 points. 7 to 10 points. Which is really stupid because honestly, a 7 to 10 point difference is kind of like saying that a guy who runs a 4.2.1 like a Chris Johnson speed can be kept up with by a D lineman. Because 90% of the time, if you look at it, so let's say I have a linebacker who runs a 90 and you have a receiver who runs a 99. He won't be able to burn him for a very long time, and he may not be able to burn him on anything but a fly. And even then, if he's put into a outside quarter, he still won't get burnt because he's just basically going to keep outside leverage, rub bump, which needs to also be addressed. I'm the biggest prohibitor. I'm the biggest guy fighting for pass interference to be put in the game. Do not touch my receivers when I throw the ball. Don't go anywhere near them. You need to learn how to judge distance and space for yourself. You don't need to be sitting up here saying, oh, I'm going to bump him because I can't judge the distance he is from me, and then I'm and next. The fact that the animations draw you away from the ball. They're trying so hard to make it so that the animations are really, really tough on the receivers. It's so bad passing the ball this year. I really don't. Look at this. Look. Did you guys notice that? The way that he rubbed and bumped my receiver? It shows that he has no user skill. That he does not have the ability to play routes. He only has the ability to run around like a madman with his user. Boom. Look at that. And then he has no user skill whatsoever because he clicks off to make the tackle. I do believe that if you click off, he needs to make a conservative tackle. If you click off, he needs to make a tackle which the guy drives him forward and boom. But for some reason, Taylor Mays decides to sit down. Can somebody please explain half of that to me? If you don't believe in DDA, this is the year you need to look into it because it makes no general sense about how bad the game is. About how it's just so... there are no consequences for a lot of things that people do. A lot of guys do a lot of stupid stuff, but there are no consequences for it. You can spin in the hit sticks. You can juke in the hit sticks. You can scramble with your quarterback for 8 years behind the line of scrimmage and never once put the ball on the ground. I, this year alone, have not seen quarterbacks fumble as much as they should. If you're in the backfield playing basketball, whatever the hell you're doing, shaking and moving and grinding, you need to fumble. And I love the way that Brian Westbrook... Anybody who says Brian Westbrook isn't good, you haven't played with him. You don't know how to use him. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You need to fumble more. And not just the guys who get hit by enforcers. That's stupid. It's stupid to limit enforcers to being the only guys who can force fumbles. Here's my problem. If you put yourself in a bad position, you should fumble. If you roll around with your quarterback all day long, not paying attention to anything, you should fumble. But at the end of the day, they know for a fact if you make turnovers, if you mess up, if you make mistakes because you're a bum, you're going to stop playing. Oh, Madden is broken. Madden wasn't broken. You guys just suck. Let's just be honest here. How many guys have you played that you just looked at like, really? You seriously just gonna sit in cover 3 and EA took the backside fade out or took the fade that draws zones open so that you could sit in cover 3. The next step, they took that fade out. Then they put in a house rules mode. If you guys want to have fun, I am all for it. I think EA needs to make 2 different modes. A all Madden MUT and a all pro MUT. And the all pro MUT needs to be like knockout. They could play that as much as they want, but at the same time, it's an all Madden MUT, and that's seasons. And if you don't know how to play on that, you don't need to be in there. It's like every other video game out in the world. They have a hardcore mode and they have a casual mode. Madden cannot do that, because if they make a casual mode, they will not buy cards. They won't spend the money on the players that they know, and that's the whole thing. Everything's about money in EA Sports' eyes. That, hey, if we can get these guys to buy stuff, we winning. We're winning. We don't need to fix the game, but like I said, I do believe that that 2K taking over casual football games will be the move. I hope that they do that and take casual games to a new level, whereas the casuals will get out of Madden and we don't have to deal with them as much anymore. My biggest issue with dealing with casuals is that a casual player feels that it's wrong for a person to go out and have better stick skill than them, whereas a good player says that's what the game is about, stick skill. But if you look at other people, they don't think the game should be about stick skill. They think the game should be about players. I do believe that if Richard Sherman is a 99 overall playing against an 85 overall cornerback, he should win if you allow the computer to decide the outcome. He should not win if you don't allow the computer to decide the outcome. You get what I'm saying? That's the strangest part to me, that people want to cry because your players are getting beaten because you're allowing the computer to decide that outcome. I would never let the computer decide an outcome of any play for me, but EA forces me to. That's my biggest issue. But end of the rant. You guys have a good one. Catch you next time. Sorry for holding up your time and boring you, but the background video is pretty good if you guys check it out.